Hello friends, as you know from this year, that is 2020-21 academic year, Shivaji University has revised the syllabus for chemistry subject, and after revision paper number 9th is of inorganic chemistry, and this paper includes 5 units. Among these 5 units, unit number 1 is acids, bases and non-aqueous solvents. As you are familiar with acids, bases and non-aqueous solvent means what? If we use water as solvent and if a particular solute is dissolved in that solution, the resultant solution is called as aqueous solution. So whatever solutions are prepared in water, they are known as aqueous solutions. Aqua is the word for water, so aqueous solution. And what is meant by non-aqueous solvents? There are other solvents instead of water. These solvents, for example, acetone, benzene, carbon tetrachloride, liquid ammonia, liquid sulfur dioxide. So such solvents, they are called as non-aqueous solvents. So in this topic, there are several points which we are going to study. The first point, that means we have to see some concepts regarding concept of acid and bases. So in earlier days, acids were defined as sour in taste, the substances which are sour in taste. When reacts with base, they form salt. Acidic compounds, they turn blue litmus into red, and when these substances react with metal, they liberate or they releases hydrogen gas. So such compounds or such chemical species, they are known as acids. And bases are bitter in taste, they react with acids to form salt, and they turn red litmus paper into blue color. So these were earlier assumptions regarding acids and bases. During the course of time, these concepts were studied by different scientists and they proposed different theories. Among them, first one was Arrhenius. So Arrhenius proposed a theory that is called as Arrhenius theory of acids and bases. What he says, according to Arrhenius theory, the substances or chemical compounds which releases proton in aqueous solution, they are called as acids, and those chemical compounds or substances which releases hydroxyl ion in aqueous solution, they are known as bases. So acids generates or releases H plus ions and bases releases OH minus ions in aqueous solution, that means water solution of these substances. If we see examples, then hydrochloric acid HCl, HNO3 that is nitric acid, H2SO4 that is sulfuric acid, HClO4 that is perchloric acid. All these chemical compounds, they contains hydrogen. In each molecule there is presence of hydrogen, and when these chemicals are dissolved in water, after their ionization, they produces H plus ions. So these compounds or these chemical substances, they are called as acids because they produces H plus ions in aqueous solution. On the other hand, if we see NaOH means sodium hydroxide, KOH means potassium hydroxide, NH4OH means ammonium hydroxide. So these are chemical substances which when dissolved in water, they produces hydroxyl ions. All these chemicals, they produces hydroxyl ions in aqueous solution, and that's why according to Arrhenius theory, they are known as bases. So acids releases H plus ions and bases releases OH minus ions in aqueous solution. So what is the limitation of this Arrhenius theory? This theory is applicable only for aqueous solution of chemical substances. After Arrhenius, Bronsted and Lowry, they proposed a theory regarding acids and bases. According to this Bronsted-Lowry or Lowry-Bronsted theory, acid is a chemical substance which donates H plus ion or which donates proton, and base compounds or base chemical substances are chemical substances which accepts H plus ion or which accepts proton which is released by acid. They are known as base compounds. For example, we can see here HCl means hydrochloric acid is a acid compound. NH3, that is ammonia, is a base compound. Why this HCl is acid and why this base is this ammonia is base? Because when they react with one another, HCl releases H plus ion and that combines with this ammonia, and NH4 plus ion, ammonium ion, is formed, and this Cl minus ion, that is anion, is formed. So here proton is donated by HCl and proton is accepted by this ammonia. That's why HCl is a acid and ammonia is acting as a base. Okay, so these are two earlier theories, Arrhenius theory and Bronsted-Lowry theory. I would like to stop here because we have to make videos of minimum or maximum 10 to 15 minutes. That's why we have to stop. Again, remaining theories we will see in next video. Thank you.